Hello, my name is Zippy, so you can call me B, and welcome back to some more Winter's Wish. I am excited to play more. It is interesting with that our heroine's power was seeing threads and stuff. Kind of reminds me of, I think it's Dairoku, like the girl who could see spirits and stuff, but yeah. 10 days after we set off from the village, we finally arrived in Edo after a long journey. Is this Edo? I rubbed my bum practically flat from sitting on a horse for so long and took a look around. To be frank, Edo was nothing like the village I was born and raised in, nor was it like the post station. To describe it in one word, it was luxurious or fantastical. Lanterns illuminated every corner even though it was still noon. In intricately decorated houses were lined up as if meticulously planned. The town itself was its own art form, and I was instantly spellbound. Amazing. I can't believe something like this can actually exist. Well, the city of Edo's pretty great, isn't it? Yeah, I was so surprised. This is the first time I've ever been to such a beautiful, amazing city. You said the same thing when we got to the first post station. You even asked, is this Edo? Just forget about that. I only said that because I've never been to any other city. Oh, wrong you. I almost forgot about that. Still, I never thought the two of you would get along so well. What? Really? This is normal. Come on, it's not really normal, is it? I never would have expected such a change from Tomonari. It's almost like you two are old pals. I was surprised when you comforted Soup back when we were at her home village, but it must have been a good learning experience for you. Alright, Tomonari, let's keep it up and get closer too. You, me, together with the same goal, standing shoulder to shoulder. Not gonna happen. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd say that. Poor Tojo. While we talked, Tojo started to walk as if to guide us. Actually, walking around Edo hammered home the sheer number of people there were in the city. No matter where I looked, there were people and more people. From men trying to entice customers to their stores, women returning home from shopping, to children playing about. These were people from all walks of life. Of course, every one of them had threads hanging from their necks, flashing their bright emotions at me. If only that were the end of it. What really concerned me were the black threads, which clung to the houses like spider webs. They were likely the same black threads that had summoned the monster back in my home village. I remembered something someone had said in the past. People's negative emotions are stronger than any other and can remain in a particular place in particular places as an emotional imprint. Emotional imprints, the thoughts and emotions that remain when a person feels a strong emotion. The thoughts of the living are said to leave a surprisingly strong imprint on the surrounding area. So this is what an emotional imprint is. The threads were spread on every part of each house. It made me unbearably nervous to see how they tangled with each other. Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I just couldn't help but notice all the black threads on the buildings. Do you mean the same ones that you saw in the incident in the village? Yeah. During the trip, I explained everything about my powers to the two of them. that when the spider monster had appeared, the trigger was the black threads tingling together. Is it alright to leave the house like that? What if that monster appears again?
Well, there's nothing we can do about that right now. You don't have to worry too much about that kind of stuff yet.
I see. Even during the trip, Tojo and Tomonari hadn't really explained the monster in detail. Every time I asked them questions, they would avoid the topic, just like this. It's probably really important information. I'm still not involved, so that's why they're not telling me, I guess.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Suddenly, a shout from somewhere interrupted my train of thought. When I looked over in the direction of the voice, a townsperson was getting into an argument with someone who looked like one of the servants in the stores. Servant. People hired as live-in employees for samurai and merchant families, and who engage in housework or assist with the family business. Everyone in the vicinity also seemed curious, and were murmuring amongst themselves as they watched on. Did I get water on you? I apologize. Were you even looking at where you were splashing that? You bastard! Do you even have eyes?
You idiot!
What? Don't you think you're taking it too far? I was just trying to apologize to you.
Shut up! Just shut up! This is why I hate people who can't do their jobs properly. Don't talk back to me.
Oops. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You were the one who was spacing out while walking around. It's not my fault you weren't paying attention.
What do you say?
That's... Oh yeah, that's a fact. There's plenty of people in Edo. For those are pretty much par for the course. Shouldn't we try to stop them? They're going to start beating each other up.
I wouldn't worry about that. There's...
Gotta be kidding me, you ass! It seemed that the townsperson's anger had reached its peak while we were having our conversation. He clenched his fist, ready to throw it at the servant. Oh no, at this rate he'll... But in that moment, that's enough. Oh, it's the other one of the dudes. What voice should I... Oh, wait a second. Sorry, someone stepped in between the two, intercepting the townsperson's punch straight on. You're...
Kuga.
The person was a dignified-looking samurai with a resplendent sword strapped around his waist. Upon seeing who had intruded upon the fight, both the servant and the townsperson had mixed expressions on their faces. I don't know what voice to give him. I don't know what happened, but violence is hardly the answer. No.
I don't know.
Excuse me. Fuck it. I'm gonna give the most gruffest person. I guess I assume he's the most highest, most annoying, squeaky voice.
I don't know what happened, but violence is hardly the answer.
But Kuga, he splashed water on me first, so I just lost my cool.
Is that true?
Well, yes, but when I tried to apologize, he insulted me, so I'm not the one who's at fault here. What did you say?
I see. I understand the situation more or less. While the servant caused this incident, you are also to blame for ruining the chance to resolve it peacefully. How about the two of you apologize to each other and make up? Hug it out. If you cause any more of a scene, I wouldn't be surprised if the volunteer police and constables made an appearance.
Volunteer police, those who perform the most extreme police work, like investigating crimes and apprehending criminals. This title indicates they are unofficial volunteers hired out of the constable's own pockets, unofficial employees of the magistrate. Constables, a low-level officer in the magistrate's office tasked with police work, such as investigating crimes and apprehending criminals. Volunteer police report to constables. Ugh. The intruder's advice seemed to have a great effect on the two. After awkwardly staring at each other, they both began speaking at the same time. Well, if Kuga says so, I guess I have no choice. Sorry for saying all that. As long as you understand it was a mistake, sorry for getting water on you.
Kuga, thank you. Thanks to you, things didn't get out of hand.
Just like that, the townsperson and the servant both quietly walked away.
Bye-bye.
Seeing that the show was over, the crowd of people who had been watching naturally disappeared, and everyone returned to the normal hustle and bustle. It was as if the incident has never even happened. Thank goodness. Looks like they resolved that without anyone getting hurt. But what an amazing samurai! He was even able to stop city folk from fighting. Huh? As I gazed with respect at the samurai, our eyes unmistakably met. Unmistakably. Not only that, the samurai was walking closer and closer to me. Why, did I do something I wasn't supposed to? Huh? Now that I think about it, I don't see his threads. Yo, Genjuro, hard at work as always, I see.
Kunitaka Excuse me. Kunitaka Tomonari, I see you returned.
Tojo called out to the samurai, derailing my train of thought. It seemed that he had business with Tojo and Tomonari. Since they were on a first-name basis, they were probably quite close. Whoa, okay. So he's acquainted with Tojo and Tomonari. That's literally what you just said.
You sure took your time with this mission. What, did you have to spend a lot of time convincing the target?
No, nothing like that. It's just Tomonari ran off on his own again, so the journey took longer than expected.
All you did was smoke a cigarette. Don't blame everything on me.
You really don't pull any punches, don't you? Can you work on your attitude a little? Hey, what are you looking at? Can you at least listen to me when I'm talking to you?
Anyway, is she the girl in question? Hurry up and introduce us.
Oh, come on, not you too. I know you're not interested in us, but you could at least pretend it. Wow, Tojo doesn't get a break. Unable to jump into the conversation, I kept on watching the two. Then rubbing the back of his head, Tojo turned to look at me. Ah, well, I guess I have to introduce him to you too. His name is Genjuro Kuga. He's a member of the Oniwaban just like us. Normally his job is to patrol Castle Town. Is that how it is? I see. They didn't try to break up the fight earlier because they know that Kuga's here. So the reason he doesn't have threads is because... And this here is Soup. She's the girl we brought back from the village. With that, Kuga observed me with an unwavering stare.
Ugh, his gaze is so sharp.
It seemed he was interested in me, but I couldn't help but feel nervous when I was stared at in such a manner.
Kuga? Huh? What's wrong, Tomonari?
You're staring at Soup too much. She's all tensed up, so take it down a notch.
Oh, I see now.
Is he the Kudere?
I apologize. Since I've heard about you, I was curious about what kind of person you would be.
It's fine.
If I remember correctly, your meeting up with his lordship is You meeting with his lordship is tomorrow. It's a good thing you made it on time.
That's right. They explained it to me on the road. Surprisingly, I had also had to meet with Lord Yoshimune. When I was living in the mountains, I never thought I would meet someone as famous as Lord Yoshimune. More than that. Is it alright for someone like me to meet him? My stomach is starting to hurt from all the stress. Aren't you overreacting a little? He's the one who's saying he wants to meet you. I don't think there's any need to think too hard about it.
But it's understandable considering she's meeting Lord Yoshimune.
Right. It's just a little difficult to change the way I think about it. Oh.
In that case, why don't you have a look around the town to take your mind off of things? There's more than enough time for that. And at this time of day, you might even be able to meet him.
Him? After I voiced my confusion, everyone nodded, their expressions insinuating something.
Him.
And then, Kuga took us somewhere truly unexpected. Hello! Welcome to our tea stall. Take whatever seat you'd... Tea stall. A shop that provides tea, often located on the side of the road or on temple grounds.
It's Kuga. What a rare occasion. Please make yourself comfortable. Yes, don't mind if I do. By the way, there's something I wanted to ask you.
Kuga started chatting with a servant of the store. It seemed that the two knew each other. It doesn't look like there are any other customers. The tea house worker isn't who you want me to meet, is he?
Right, it's someone other than him.
The guy's pretty free-spirited. If he isn't here, he's either at a tempura stand or at a dango store. All places that sell food. Well, since we're here, let's just take it easy and rest up. You must be tired from the long journey.
Yes, thank you.
Have the three of you decided on what to order? Let's see. I think I'll have a cup of the tea brewed the simple way. Putting tea leaves in an infuser, setting that on the top of a cup, and then pouring hot water over it. Oh, a sieve. The iron chamber heart, a sieve. Ew, cut that out.
Me too. How about you?
Then I'll have the same.
Understood. I'll bring everything straight away, so please wait one moment. And don't forget what we discussed.
Yes, please. Yes, please leave it to me. With that, the servant went to the back of the store with a skip in his step. Not only were there threads hanging from his neck, there was also a beautiful wooden tag. Oh, that's a... What's wrong, Soap? Why are you staring at him like that? Oh, it's not a big deal. It's just that it's been a while since I've seen a form folk in person. I didn't mean to stare. Form folk. A being created when the soul within a tool used lovingly for many years gains its own form. A being created when the soul within a tool used lovingly for many years gains its own form. Form folk are born when an object's soul and a person's love come together, neither God nor spirit. They lived with humans since antiquity. Oops. I didn't know form folk lived such normal lives in a big city like Edo. Now that I think about it, there weren't any in the village you live near. Were they banned? Yeah, it'd make life harder if there were too many residents, so it was against the rules to make any. That makes sense. Must be tough making sure everyone has enough to eat out in the countryside. Farm folk. Mysterious beings that are born when a tool is taken care of a long period of time, and a soul begins to form. Their bodies are ethereal, created from the memories they share with their owner from when they were still tools. But their bodies are tangible, so as long as they meet the conditions for doing so, they can also alter their appearance however they like. At the end of the day, the true form is a tool. All they've attained is the ability to manifest their bodies in the real world. To tell a form folk apart from a human, one needs to check for a testimonial tablet. Testimonial tablet. A wooden tablet form folk need to maintain their appearance. Form folk are initially brought into existence when their owner carves their name into a tablet. Also serves as a sign that distinguishes them from human beings. In other words, all form folk have a wooden tag somewhere on their body that has their name engraved in it. This wooden tag is the defining feature of form folk. They can only become form folk by receiving a name from their master. I noticed the servant was a form folk, only because he hung his testimonial tablet from a place as visible as his neck. So your birthplace forbade the very action of engraving a name on a wooden tag, then? Right. Any form folk that doesn't receive a name from their master just disappears, so... Then no one's ever gotten married to form folk? Netto, it's normal for humans and form folk to marry. No one in our village. I've heard about it, but never actually seen it happen before. Damn, that hammer's looking kinda sexy. Like to marry it one day. Sorry for the wait. As we were talking, the servant from earlier popped his head out from the back of the store.
Where is Yoshi?
He said it's fine. I'll take you to the back of the seating area. So everyone please follow me. What's going on?
It's simple. He doesn't want people to know he's slacking off, so he's resting in the back.
Jeez, who knows how his mind works?
Soup!
Oh, yeah, it's...
Soup, come here. The man I want you to meet is back here.
Right. I'm guessing it might be Pink Dude. With that, I followed Kuga and went to the back of the store. There sat a man on a shogi seat, leisurely sipping tea. Shogi seat, a simple oblong bench that can seat several people. Oblong? Nope, it's that dude. What? I'm in the middle of my break. He was a young-looking man with a distinctively calm gaze. His long silky hair was held back with a comb, and he was wearing his kimono properly. Despite this, he gave off somewhat a languid air. He kind of reminds me of Linhardt for some reason. From Fire Emblem. Judging by his clothing, he's most likely a commoner, but he also doesn't have threads, so that means... This is
Yoshi. He's a member of the Oniwaban, just like us. Normally he disguises himself as a citizen of Castletown to collect information. That being said, he often sneaks out between work to lace around in this store.
I see, so that's why you said he might be in the store. Alright, thanks for the introduction. So, who is this over here interrupting my precious time off? The young man, Yoshi, interrupted our conversation with an irritated complaint. Oh, right. I haven't even greeted him that we're already And we're already talking to him like this. No wonder he's not happy. I apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Soup. I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. Yoshi? Not interested.
He's a bitch. Huh?
That's all you wanted to say, right? Then you can scram. You're interrupting my break.
Is he the tsundere?
So mean. You're the one who asked for her name. Man, you never change.
I figured this would happen. Yoshi, you do know that Kunitaka and Tominari were on a trip for a mission, right?
Yeah, I know. The one where they went to some backwater village to bring someone back, right? The girl they brought oh wait.
The girl they brought back is Soup. Since you're around, we figured that we would let you meet her as well, but...
I see. Cheers to that. Yoshi chugged down the tea that he had been holding. Maybe he dislikes me because I interrupted his break time. No, I just think he's a bitch. If only I could see his threads, then I'd know immediately. Now that I think about it, why is it that people from the Oniwaban are the only ones whose threads I can't see? Did everyone from the Oniwaban perhaps receive some sort of special training so others can't read their emotions?
We've never gone through training like that. Why do you ask?
I remember I mentioned I can see people's emotions as threads. Well, I can't see the threads of any of the people here. I should be able to see it on form folk too, so I was just wondering about that is all. So that's how you see us.
It seems that the power of Lord Yoshimune wants... It seems that the power Lord Yoshimune wants really does exist.
What does that mean? Despite my question, the four men could only look at each other and did not answer. Seeing their expressions kind of made me nervous. Did I ask something I shouldn't have?
That's not at all. It's just difficult to explain. I'll tell you some other time.
All right. Afterward, we enjoyed our tea. We went back out to after we enjoyed our tea, we went back out to Castletown.
Now then, I believe it's about time that we get back to work. I'll report back to the captain.
Told you. Right, I'll leave it to you. Thank you very much. It was very enjoyable talking with you.
If we have the chance to, let's chat again. I would like to know more about your power and such.
He reminds me of Yanagi. I'll do my best. Group Dad. So much for my break. Being around others is exhausting.
Yoshi, don't say those things out loud. You should consider her position too.
I wasn't talking about her. It was about you lot barging in here.
I see. Then that's fine.
No, actually, it's not fine at all.
Now then, I'll be accompanying you to Yanagi Brewery.
Yanagi. You're just talking about him.
To Yanagi Brewery. Lord Yanagi won't get any work done with you lazing around here.
Yanagi Brewery. The name of the brewery in Castletown where Yoshi works. Popular because all the liquors they sell are equally delicious. Yeah, I get it. Do what you want.
Then we'll take our leave.
With that farewell, Kuga and Yoshi disappeared into the crowd. The two of them seemed really in sync. Kuga seems like a put-together person, while Yoshi's carefree, I suppose. Yoshi may seem that way, but he gets things done when he needs to. Though mostly he just lazes around like what you just saw.
I see.
Everyone is a direct subordinate of Lord Yoshimune, so they must all be pretty impressive when they're serious. As I thought about that, Tomonari stared at my face.
Soup, are you still up for walking?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had some tea and a nice rest, so I'm actually all full of energy now.
I see. Then since we're here, do you want to go for a walk around the other districts?
Oh, that sounds like a good idea. We'll probably be assigned to another mission by tomorrow. Other districts? Isn't Edo just Castletown and the castle? Tojo nodded at my question. So Edo is largely made up of 4 districts. There's Chiyoda Castle, Castletown, and then there's Samurai Town and the Entertainment District. The inn we're staying at is in Samurai Town, so we'll end up there anyway. I think it's worth taking a look at the Entertainment District at least. The Castletown was breathtaking enough. There's 2 more towns that are just as amazing.
Well, do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go.
Alright, good answer. Let's go before the sun goes down. And so we immediately started making our way to the entertainment district.
Fortune telling. Anyone up for some fortune telling? Remember, it's all good fun. We got a good fortune teller here.
You there, young miss. How you like to visit our store? We have an amazing shamisen player performing today. Today's special is beautiful shell from the northern sea. You can only find it here. The entertainment district. It was a place even livelier and brighter than Castletown. There were a lot of people in Castletown, but the entertainment district was far more active and in a bustling place. You could hear the voices of the barkers coming from every direction, and so too did people shift and stir, drawn in by their words. Wow, is there perhaps a festival or something today? The city's so lively.
No, nothing in particular. It's always like this in here.
What? All the time? The entertainment district is a neighborhood that Lord Yoshimune created for the townsfolk. Plenty of things can happen in Edo. Lord Yoshimune knew this, so he said the people needed a place where they can vent their frustrations and de-stress. Which is why some things that are forbidden in other parts of the city are allowed in the entertainment district.
Like prostitutes? His lordship is a fan of the arts, so he's quite forgiving about that sort of thing. I've seen him recommending music to someone before.
I see, so that's why everyone seems so happy. What a wonderful place. Speaking of which, do you know Kabuki? Well, yes, it's a play performed solely by men, isn't it? Of course, I've never seen it for myself, but...
Okay, let's go see one now.
Huh? Can we do that? I thought Kabuki wasn't something that was performed very often. Come on, this is the entertainment district we're talking about. The one Lord Yoshimune directly manages. You'll find a show playing at any day of the week.
What?
It's more festive here than I ever imagined. Edo really is amazing. Alright, since we decided on what to do, let's get going. Now, if I remember correctly, that theater over there should have a performance today. Tojo walked off in high spirits. Tomonari and I hurriedly made our way through the sea of people to chase after him.
Soup, make sure you don't get lost.
Right. Even in a crowd this size, Tojo was a head taller than everyone around him. Thanks to that, we were able to keep following him and avoid getting lost. I kept moving forward, occasionally glancing over at Tomonari, who walked alongside me. Then... ow! I crashed into someone walking past me and accidentally dropped the wrapping cloth I was holding onto. Oops, sorry there. Here, you dropped your stuff. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I wasn't looking where I was going. It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. What a nice person. I was the one who bumped into him and everything. What's wrong? Wait, you're... Well then, I better get going. Oh, there he goes. As if in a rush, the man took off immediately. That being said, with a crowd this side, he wouldn't have been able to run very fast. Soup, check your belongings. Were we robbed? Huh? I recognize that man. He may have stolen something from you. Huh? So Minari's request, I immediately checked the contents of my belongings. When I did, I found that the wallet that had been inside the wrapping cloth was no longer there. No way. The wallet's gone. I knew it. Sorry it took me so long to notice. Don't worry about the money, and I'll buy you a new wall. Tomonari, hold my things. I'm gonna go after him. Soup? Wait, it's dangerous to go by yourself. I could hear Tomonari trying to stop me, but I wasn't going to do that. That wallet was something that Tojo and Tomonari had given me as a gift. I wasn't going to let some stranger steal it from me. Wait, you over there, please stop. Oh, Soup. You're not supposed to go after them if you've been robbed. Your belongings aren't more important than your life. Pushing aside the sea of people, I somehow managed to chase after the thief. Fortunately, he was wearing a color that stood out. There's no way I could lose sight of him. I'm not going to give up. Is he a pinky? Is he pinky? Eventually, I realized that I entered the back streets. This was probably the first time I'd ever run there this long. My throat was parched and my body felt weak. But even so, I didn't give up the pursuit. Wait, please. You stubborn little... Just give up already. So you really did steal it from me. Give my wallet back. Go kick rocks. It's mine now. He proudly proclaimed his victory. Oops. And sped up even more. It seemed that he still had some energy left. With such a huge difference between our stamina, there was really nothing I could do. But that wallet is priceless to me. I can't believe this is happening. But the next moment... Whoa! To my surprise, the thief tripped over nothing. Wait, no. There's Pink Dude! He's my boyfriend's favorite. Purely on design, we don't know how his personality is. The person sitting over there tripped him with his leg. The boy who had helped me noticed that I was looking at him and waved to me with a bright smile. It seemed that he understood the situation and had lent me a hand. Damn, you got some nerve! Yet the thief still hadn't given up on the escape. Despite swaying on his feet, he started to stand up and... This is funny to me. Because my boyfriend's notification tone is Scout from TF2 going bonk. Bonk. Using his hand, the boy had chopped the back of the thief's neck, knocking him out. What? Based on how he was lying on the ground motionless, the thief had completely passed out. Alrighty then, it's probably tucked away in here somewhere. There we go. You're looking for this, weren't you? Without hesitation, the boy started rifling through the thief's pockets and took out a wallet from inside. It was unmistakably mine. Thank you very much. You're a lifesaver. The boy handed the wallet to me with a kind-hearted smile.
Oh, that was quite the ordeal. Here's your wallet.
However, in that moment, the boy's expression froze. Is something the matter?
Nope, nothing at all. Anyway, here, I'll give this back to you.
Yes, thank you very much. As a reply to him, I accepted the wallet from the boy. As I felt the familiar fabric in my hand, it finally felt real. The wallet had returned to me safe and sound. By the way, is he okay? The thief was still lying unconscious at our feet. His neck was red and swollen from the karate chop, and his knees were scraped up from falling to the ground. I know he's an awful person, but shouldn't we look after him?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. He'll heal up right quick.
Huh? Just like the boy said, the thief's injuries were steadily fading away. I looked over to the thief in surprise, and before long, his skin was back to in pristine condition. This is... A normal person could never heal that fast, which means... Is this person perhaps a form folk?
That's right.
I took a closer look, and there, wrapped around the thief's wrist, was a string with a wooden tag, proof that he was a form folk. Right, form folk are able to heal any wounds in an instant. Though their forms are ethereal, form folk are capable of feeling pain and getting hurt, just like humans. And because they use their powers when healing their injuries, sometimes they end up passing out, just like the thief. But no matter what kind of injury they receive, form folk can never die. A form folk only dies when the tool that they are created from is destroyed. Incidentally, when their tag is broken or their master's memories fade, form folk can no longer maintain their bodies and they return to their tool form. I often forget because their emotional threads are visible and they look the same as humans, but they're not human at all.
Anyway, this guy is a really infamous pickpocket around these parts, so you should be more careful.
An infamous pickpocket? You mean he's been doing this kind of thing for a long time?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of people without jobs in Edo. The entertainment district is an interesting place, but crimes like this happen all the time. It's probably got the highest crime rate in Edo.
I see. I thought it was a wonderful place, but underneath it's really got a lot going on. Now that he mentions it, there are a lot more black threads here compared to Castletown.
Well, if you want to make sure nothing gets stolen, you should keep your valuables close to yourself. Also, might be a good idea to keep your belongings separate. Maybe hang your wallet from your Netsuki charm like this.
Oh, that sounds convenient. I noticed there was a dog-shaped Netsuki charm attached to his kimono obi. Since his wallet was properly tied to it with a string, it wouldn't be stolen so easily. After observing that, I once again turned my attention to the boy's face. Wait, what? This boy doesn't have a thread. Could he be...
Oh yeah, you don't have to talk so formally. We're around the same age, right? Lighten up.
I'm Otaro.
You? I'm Otaro. You? Do you live around here? I haven't seen your face around before.
I'm Soup. I just arrived in Edo today.
Oh, no way! Where are you staying? Let me guess. Castletown?
Wow, so many questions. Otaro sure has a lot of energy. He's the puppy dog. Ino. If I remember correctly, I think we're staying in Samurai Town. The people who came with me know the details. Then I looked around me. I came to my senses. Where am I? What should I do? I left them behind. Does this mean I'm lost?
You got lost after chasing a pickpocket? You're hilarious.
Jeez, stop laughing at me. I'm seriously in trouble here. Aw, come on. You can't blame me. Anyway, do you remember where you came from? I'll do you a favor and take you there. Really? Thank you. It was definitely near that place that looked like Main Street, but...
Found you.
Hey, Soup! I was shocked when Tomonari told me what happened. Just as I was about to explain everything to Otaro, Tomonari and Tojo ran up from behind us. The moment I saw them, I was filled with regret and self-reproach at my own thoughtlessness. I'm sorry for running off like that. Well, you're not hurt, so that's good. Jeez, just be more careful next time.
Why did you chase after him? You could have just bought a new wallet.
No way. This was the one you gave me, and there was money inside of it that Tojo gave me. Ah, I see. So this is what this is about. Thank you for cherishing it so much. After seeing me cradle my precious wallet, it seemed like the two of them had been aptly persuaded. But Tomonari immediately started staring at Otaro, who was standing next to me.
Why is Otaro here?
Huh? Took you long enough to notice? And that's my line. Since when you were back from your mission, don't tell me you two are Soup's companions.
That's right. That's right.
She's the girl we brought back from the mission. You know all the details, right? So she's the one who... That reaction, I knew it. I'd already had my suspicions. The lack of threads, for one, but I needed confirmation, so I quickly spoke out. Are you maybe also a member of the Oniwaban? Bingo! I collected intel from the entertainment district and, well, lots of other stuff. But I never thought you'd be the girl from the mission. You seem super... normal. Do you really have some mysterious power? Yes, in a way. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Otaro's casual reaction was a breath of fresh air. That's the first time anyone called me normal. Alright, let's get a move on. Otaro, we're going to go watch some kabuki. You wanna come join us? Oops. Kabuki? Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. I haven't seen one in a while.
Before we go, we should do something about him.
Tomonari muttered as if it was a second thought, while pointing at the thief who was still lying face down on the ground. I think I'll end it here. It's around 51 minutes. So, my throat's starting to hurt, so yeah, I'm gonna end it here. But yeah, we get to meet some more of the love interest. I don't know if there's a secret one or not, but that's all the dudes on the cover. Well, no. Never mind, there's one more. Just one more dude. Okay, there's one more, but for anyone who has watched this, thank you very much for watching, and am I supposed to say like and subscribe or whatever? I should probably say that in the beginning, depending on how long these are. Well, anyway, I'm rambling. Bye!